Living with MS or chronic illness is hard. It is freaking hard. And oftentimes, people are not quite sure how to support us. Am I right? I've been living with MS for almost 2 decades now. And over that time, I've been learning how to live well with it and sharing what I learned with you. One of those ways is through kindness in the forms of compassion and mindfulness. I'm going to kind of flip this a bit today from focused on us, the ones living with the illness, to the people in our lives that want to help us, or how we can look at how we can interact with others with chronic illness. People in our lives often want to help us, but they're not sure how to do it. So in today's video, I'm going to share 12 tips to help support someone with MS or chronic illness. Please feel free to share this with people who know someone with MS or chronic illness, or your friends and family, to help them better understand how to support you. I'll also create a free handout of the tips that you can share or post as well. Oh, and I love to hear from my viewers, so please be sure to add your tips in the comments below as well. Number 1, ask how we are today. It's important to use the word today because MS, like many autoimmune diseases, can vary from day to day. Our symptoms can fluctuate wildly for very different reasons, like illness, like becoming cold, or heat, stress, a bad night's sleep, or maybe not eating well. Asking how we're doing that day lets us know that you understand our symptoms can vary and change from day to day. Number 2 is to listen. When you ask us how we are, it's important to listen. Sometimes we just need to vent and get it off our chests. We don't need you to try to fix what is wrong. Having a sympathetic ear is sometimes just what we need. Having someone that supports us by just listening can be incredibly helpful. Oh, and please don't invalidate our symptoms by comparing them to how you feel. If we say that we're struggling with fatigue, please resist the urge to say, "Oh yeah, I'm so tired too." Fatigue that comes with MS is not being tired. It's like trying to function after being forced to stay awake for 3 days straight. If we say we're struggling with pain from spasticity, please don't compare it to that cramp that you got in your foot once. Try to say something like, "I'm sorry that's happening. It must be so difficult." Number 3 is to check in on us. One of the most challenging parts about living with chronic illness is that it can be incredibly isolating. Our symptoms may prevent us from being able to participate in many activities, and we get lonely. We may want to do all the things, but our symptoms can get in the way, and we end up staying home more. It means a lot to us to have someone check in on us. A quick text or phone call saying, "How are you doing?" can do a lot to help us feel less isolated. Number 4 is try to be understanding. We know that you can't possibly know how it feels to live with our disease. Heck, I don't know what others with MS are feeling because we all have it differently. But if you can try to empathize when we share about how it feels to live with the symptoms and how they affect our lives, it will mean a great deal to us. And if we need to cancel plans at the last minute, please know that it's not you, it's MS. MS is the problem. We can't predict when our symptoms may flare. It is incredibly frustrating to us when we have to cancel plans because, honestly, we would much rather be with you than sitting at home struggling with our symptoms. Number 5 is a follow-up to number 4. Invite us anyway. I know it can feel like we cancel a lot, and this may hurt your feelings. You may feel like we don't value your friendship, but trust me, that's not the case. Please try not to get frustrated when we can't commit 100% to being there because we can't predict when our symptoms will interfere with our plans. It does mean the world to us to know that you still want us to come and we can still feel comfortable attending activities with you. We just don't know when our bodies may have other plans. We have to kind of just roll with the punches. Number 6 is to be creative when thinking of ways to spend time with us. It doesn't have to be a big night out or a party. Invite us to take a walk in the neighborhood, or sit in the park, or meet for a coffee, Or invite us to ride along as you do errands. Driving around on a nice day with a friend can make a big difference to us if we're not feeling well or if we're feeling lonely. Getting out of the house and getting some fresh air and some sun can do wonders for us. Number 7 is a big one. Please try to educate yourself on our illness. We don't expect our friends and families to be experts on our illness, but it means a lot to us if the people in our lives, the people that we're closest to, know about our disease and some of the challenges we may face when we live with it. It helps us to feel like we don't have to explain ourselves over and over how it affects us. To have someone that understands and took the time to learn about our disease can make us feel cared for and means so much to us. Number 8 is to help us celebrate the good days and the little things. Not every day with MS is terrible. Some days are good, and we want to share the little things with you. Sometimes the news or social media will highlight people with diseases doing amazing things like running marathons or climbing mountains, but that's not real life for most of us. Sometimes we want to celebrate getting the laundry done, or cleaning the kitchen, or maybe we worked in the gardens and we still feel great afterwards. When we share these little victories, help us to celebrate by saying something like, "That's so awesome," or "I'm happy for you," or "Let's celebrate with a glass of wine." When you support us like this, it can help us to remain positive. Number 9 is to support our diet and lifestyle changes. And many of us have an aha or oh moment after diagnosis where we take a hard look at how we're caring for our bodies and we decide to make some changes. I've made some significant changes. I now eat a predominantly whole food plant-based diet, exercise regularly, try to get good sleep, and practice mindfulness. Please respect and support these changes. Cheer us on. Share your favorite recipes that fit within our diet changes. Offer to exercise with us. Ask us questions about our changes. Please don't say, "Oh, I could never give up bacon," or "Oh, but cheese." Trust us, nothing tastes as good as protecting our mobility or staving off fatigue or minimizing pain or depression. Number 10 is to offer specific help. Sometimes people try to be helpful by saying, "Let me know if there's anything I can do." The offer is kind of vague, but if someone says, "Hey, I'm going to the grocery store, can I pick anything up for you?" Or, "It's going to be great weather to work in the gardens this weekend. Do you need me help cleaning out your flower beds?" Or if you hear us say something like, "I've been struggling with a bit of fatigue lately," know that help with chores can be a godsend. Having someone offer to give rides to the kids or come over and fold laundry or bring over a home-cooked meal can make us feel so cared for. Bonus points if the meal can be frozen for later, too. Number 11, give us space when we ask for it. I know I said earlier that we can feel isolated with our disease, but there are some times when we need to be alone and rest. Even conversations can be draining. We often feel like we need to fake it when we're with others and not feeling our best. When we do this, it can drain us even more. When we ask for space, let us have some time to retreat and care for ourselves and recharge. And number 12 is to choose locations that can accommodate us. For instance, if we use a mobility aid, check with restaurants to be sure that they're accessible and have a bathroom on the first floor before inviting us. Because honestly, we may say we can't come without telling you it's because the location is inaccessible. We don't want to be thought of as the reason you can't eat at that restaurant. Or if you're making plans to attend an event that involves a lot of walking or maybe strenuous activities, be sure that there are rest breaks that we can take and we can sit down for a breather. Another great one is to watch the weather too. If it looks like it's going to be much warmer than anticipated, perhaps ensuring that there's air conditioning that we can step into and cool off so our symptoms don't flare. If I were to summarize, helping us to be seen, heard, valued, and understood are some of the greatest gifts that we can receive. To get your free handout of these tips, see the link in the comments and the description below. And I'll also put a link to the video so you can share it with others too. Thanks so much for joining me today. Do you have other tips that you would add to my list? I would love to hear them. Please put them in the comments below. To see more on living well with chronic illness, watch these videos next. And until next time, be well.